Good morning, everyone. It's Kristen at Leftovercakechat. How are you? Happy Sunday. I am battling some allergies, so bear with my stuffiness and Charlie Brown voice this morning. I'm actually even drinking coffee, but I have this lovely little mug. I don't know if you can see it. My neighbor and friend Heather brought it back from Montana, and it says love with the outline of the state, which is so sweet. So I'm drinking coffee out of it in my camper this morning. And this heavenly little thing that she also brought to me are caramel cookie waffles. And no, I did not eat half of it already. I tore it in half so that I wouldn't eat the whole thing for breakfast. Unbelievable. Caramel cookie waffles. And they literally, can you see? Stuffed with caramel in the middle. They are unbelievable with ice cream on them. I'm actually not going to eat it because I'd be chewing and smacking in video for like 5 minutes. But it is really good, and I can't wait to eat it with my coffee. So thank you, Heather, for thinking of me. I love Montana for so many reasons. I spent a lot of time there, and it's very sweet that I have these little treasures to remind me. So, what's happening, everyone? I think you probably know from last week. Erin is probably not joining me today because she's dealing with some storms in the Nashville area. So, I think I'm solo. If you have any questions, I'll answer them afterwards because I cannot see the chat. We are not doing Airbnb wedding locations any longer because Airbnb is no longer offering weddings and events anywhere in the world. So, what I'm now going to tell you is that all week long I've been fielding, see, not feeling great, sorry, questions about what to do. So a lot of people had already shifted and pivoted and went from their larger venue space to an Airbnb location because that they felt was socially distancing and the ability to have a smaller venue. So now what I'm about to tell you is that, you probably will have to shift again if that's your scenario. Or maybe you don't want to shift. Maybe you want to hold off. Maybe you feel like, you don't want to shift again because it's a third or fourth time. I've actually had one client that have changed their plans now 4 times to try and accommodate everyone else for their wedding instead of themselves. And I'm here to tell you and remind you that a wedding is about the two of you. And so at the end of the day, the most important part is that the two of you exchange vows and that you're happy with your situation. And if you're not going to be happy because there are not people surrounding you, then I'm going to tell you to move your date probably to the end of 2021 or early 2022 because I don't have a crystal ball as to what's going to happen, unfortunately. I am happy to offer you the solution of a micro wedding, which is the two of you, or maybe with both sets of your parents, if you feel that's safe for your parents to gather and travel, is to do a micro wedding, which small group, very intimate. You can come to even my location in Florida, in Fort Myers, and do a micro wedding here on the water. You can do a sunset wedding. You can do a sunrise wedding. There's all kinds of options for micro weddings, and they're happening everywhere. And if you need help, I'm happy to set up a virtual chat with you and walk you through what that looks like. And then you can plan a party for later on. Or you can take all of that money and you can go on a fantastic honeymoon. You can sign up with Honey Fund. People can actually donate, or probably not donate is the word, contribute to your honeymoon for money that they might save traveling or they might save actually attending the wedding. So people still want to see you married. People still want you to celebrate your love. Just remember what it is about. It's about the two of you. And I feel really bad for all of these people stressing out. We are also stressed out in the industry. As you can imagine, everything has changed in our world as well. So you're planning one wedding. We're planning probably 20 plus weddings and not knowing what's happening. So we're just doing our best. Everyone in our industry is doing our best. I'm actually part of a festival coming up, a global wedding retreat festival online, to collaborate with people all around the world that are dealing with these crazy changes. And the fact that everything has been put on hold and changed several times. So reach out, we've got several groups. I've got the COVID-19 Wedding Help Group on Facebook. I've got the Leftovercakechat Secret Wedding Group. If you don't want everyone else to know what you're talking about or your questions or your concern, there's a reason that that group is there. Or schedule in a time to chat with me. So happy to help. Some good news is that we are getting upon the holidays, and if you do know someone getting married next year, because this probably won't work this year, because these are geared to a larger wedding, but I produced a set of cards that is actually a timeline for the final 30 days for your wedding. So if you maybe didn't decide you wanted to have a planner, or you decided you just kind of want to do things on your own, it's not in your budget, or it's just not something that you want to deal with, you can actually purchase this, or someone can purchase it for you, so you can put it on your wish list. But super cute. You can't see them now. This is a larger version of what they're going to look like, but it is your 30-day countdown. And it's weddings and wellness. So it's not just my wedding tip for you day by day. It's actually a wellness tip day by day. And there's some other trinkets on there that I will save for you to open your gift and not tell you about. And if someone is purchasing it for you this year, I am including a 30-minute consult with anyone that purchases the cards in 2020. Just because there's so much going on, and the card set may be something that does apply to you this year, even if you are just planning on your own. These are all tips that are helpful to everyone in the final 30 days of their wedding. So it is I Do in 30 Days, and I am going to start taking pre-orders on 9/9 because I like that number. And so it'll be on the Leftover Cake Chat page, it'll be on the Swivel Group Events page, it'll be on the Bridal Retreat page, and it'll be on my personal page. So anyone that you know that may benefit from purchasing my last 30 days of a countdown for you, you can reach out. So like I said, wedding tips, wellness tips, some little surprises, and if you do book, if you do purchase them in 2020, you will get 30-minute consult with me as well. So look for that. The other thing that's exciting is that I pick up the final bag prototype for if you are a wedding planner and watching, or you know a planner in your life. You can also purchase a Christmas gift for them, in that I created a emergency kit that is a bag that we actually as planners will wear on person. It does come fully stocked, and that is a great gift for the planner in your life. So I personally have some friends that are planners that will be receiving these as gifts. If you're watching, sorry for the spoiler alert. But I'm so excited about these. I know they're going to make my life easier, and I know they're going to make the lives of every planner that wants to purchase one and wear it at events easier. So that's what I've been doing. I also am a co-author in a book coming out with some amazing women that will be released, I think, before the end of the year, maybe January. I am going to be attending a bridal show in January. Hopefully everything goes well and we are able to hold that bridal retreat here in Florida. So it's not all bad news, everyone. I know it's not ideal for those people that have had to make changes. I understand it. We are here to help. We're here to answer any questions. I will say that some creative things that I've seen and that I've thought of is to try to get creative. If you do have to make a change and you don't want to go to a micro wedding, look around you, or look around the locations that you were actually planning your wedding at, and look for like an old historic theater or an old historic garden. Anything where you can actually be seated and socially distance Whereas if you're in a theater, you can have people sit in maybe every fourth seat. You can be married up on the stage. You can make your own production out of it. How fun would that be for photos? If you're in an outdoor garden setting and you're spread out, you can rent benches, or maybe even the garden already has benches. Placing people at the end of each bench so that you are, again, being socially distant. Don't worry so much about going and having a big fancy sit-down dinner. Maybe just do desserts right now. So champagne and dessert are really popular because you don't have that constant interaction with a bartender or somebody actually having to cut a cake. You can pass out little cupcakes. You can pass out cake pops, mini champagne splits. So just try to get creative with it. Like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I wish I could answer that for you. I can only tell you that if you do still want to hold your wedding this year or early part of 2021, that we can talk through it. It's really important for me to get to know what you're looking for, what your vision originally was, and try to help you to incorporate that as much as possible. I mean, that is what we want. We want you to have a day that makes you happy. And I know it's really hard to say that right now because people are having to change what they originally had. But try to think of it as it's a little bit more intimate. You will have the closest people around you, the people not able to attend. We can always set up something virtually so that they are watching via Zoom, via Skype. You could record it and you can have a party afterwards via Zoom. With your photo montage or actually a video of the ceremony and the vows. I'm going to go back to my, when this started, I sent out to the world my top 13 love notes if you had to actually do a virtual wedding. Because most people were not even able to hold a wedding of 10 or less or a micro wedding off out of their homes. So, my first tip was the invitations. Still invite people, whether it is personally calling them because we're not talking or seeing people anymore. People are starving for that communication. Hand write the invitations if you want to mail them. Do address them. Don't just send a Zoom link and be like, hey, you're invited. Super impersonal. I know I would be like, if I'm not important enough to have them address me on an invitation, I'm probably not going to be one of the top 10 guests. Write your own vows. Make it as personal as you possibly can. Remember what I said in the beginning today. This is about the two of you. So please, please, please make it personal. Sit down, write each other a love note. It doesn't have to be pages long, but it can just be something that obviously the two of you don't share with each other until that day. When you are having your officiant, please do make sure that you actually have a rehearsal still, especially if you're filming it and you're going to go live. People are somewhat nervous still about going live, and that does make people nervous. So you still want to have a rehearsal, even if it's a virtual ceremony. And do it with your officiant. If you don't know your officiant, or if it is someone that has never officiated a wedding before, you do want to make sure that they're also getting a rehearsal. And have them welcome everyone. Even if you're doing a live experience where they're not sitting around you, still have them welcome everyone to the actual ceremony. Do a receiving line. Even if you're on Zoom, you can set up it so that you see gallery and that everyone in your gallery, say hi to them, thank them for coming, do a group shot with them. They are still part of your celebration. They've made the effort to be there, so you definitely want to try to include them as much as you can, even if they're not sitting there in person with you. Ask everyone to still dress up. People are so tired of sitting in their PJs and their sweatpants stuck at home. So if you're thinking of a theme or colors or whatever, ask them to dress up. People want a reason to do something these days. Still have your toast, for sure. Have everybody toast. One of my clients, we actually mailed cupcakes and mini champagne splits to them so that everybody could toast and have cake with them at their ceremony. So still you can make it very special. And, include everyone in your toast, or you can ask them to drink what they're drinking already. I'm going to drink some coffee right now. Which y'all know, I don't drink coffee, but today, the allergies, I'm drinking coffee. So, still have a first dance. It is very important, I think, too, to celebrate those big milestones so that you can save this. And if you are going to do a bigger celebration later, you still have a video of everything that happened that day. And you can video on Zoom. You can just hit record and save everything and add some music to that and make it fun. Add in a photo montage of your day. Add in a photo montage of you as a couple together. There's still ways to make this special and unique about the two of you. Then pets. Okay, so the only good part is that if you are getting married at home and you have a pet and you want to include them in your wedding, you can, because it's your home or it's your own yard. I know with my rental unit and my micro weddings, pets are more than welcome. I am a dog lover. We are all dog lovers at Swivel Group events. And dogs are people too in my world. It is my family. So include your pets. Dress them up. And then make sure you send thank you notes. So to anybody that does attend, and it should be a handwritten thank you note at this point, again, well, I say that. I'm not quite sure about the mail, but maybe you should send a handwritten thank you note and an electronic note. The thank you note might not get there right away. But those are my top 13 wedding tips originally when this all started, and I'm just keeping to go back to them because things keep shifting back. So, oh, good morning. I'm starting to see pop-ups. Hi, Laura. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Bev. And sorry, the others have scrolled away. Thanks for joining. I know it's a crazy time right now in the wedding world, and I'm here every Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Happy to answer any questions. If you don't want people to know the questions are from you, you can send them to me in advance in an email, and I'll answer them, or I'll answer them live on here. We're here to help. We are still scheduling full-service weddings for the future. We are still doing day of coordination. We are still, for sure, doing virtual chats, which we've done forever as destination planners. So I'm headed to a wedding in the Keys on September 30th that is going ahead. It's a small group, and I can't wait. I'm starving for weddings. You know me, I love them. I love to see people celebrate, and at the end of the day, it's all about celebrating the person you love. So remember, if you've got a bride in your life and you want to give them a gift at Christmas, the I Do in 30-Day card set. And then there's also a wedding journal planner coming out, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be ready in time for Christmas. It might be a January gift after someone gets engaged, but I'll keep you posted on that. So that's all I've got today. I'm going to go take a nap because the dog had me up all night long. And I don't feel great anyway with these allergies. So I'm going to go eat my caramel cookie waffle from Montana and just kind of rest, which, you know, Sundays right now should still be a rest day. Okay, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Next Sunday, I'm actually going to be joined by my co-hosts for the Global Wedding Festival, Bev from the UK and Lucy from Spain. And we will all talk about a little bit about the festival, a little bit about destination weddings in the UK and destination weddings in Spain when they can happen again. So I'm super excited to hang out with these ladies. We've had a lot of fun chats, 3 different time zones, lots of laughs, sometimes some tears. But we're all banding together in this industry worldwide to tell you that weddings are coming back. You just have to be patient. Okay? Cheers, everyone. Happy